Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ching, and this is my good friend Shih-Hao, the operator. I always learn a lot from him. We are both from Ching. This is our first time to be in Singapore. Very beautiful country. Welcome to join this session. Today, we are going to share what research we are doing recently. The topic is what species of this fish is. Malware classification with graph hash. This is a show introduced about us. We focus on APT campaign research, including what kind of the malware tools and the technology they use, and how to defend against them, and to build the related threat solution. Let's move on to today's agenda. We will discuss why we want to do this research and what's related toolset and the words to this research. And we will explain the methodology step by step as detailed as we could. Following up is a simple demo. We made a POC, and we will demonstrate how to use the POC to get graph hash. After that is evaluation. We take a campaign named Operation Oka as an example. Operation Oka is a campaign that we disclosed in 2017. And we will explain what we get on this example. Finally, there are limitations and the conclusion. Next is motivation. So why do we need to do malware classification? As a cybersecurity research or handler, every day we have to deal with a lot of malware samples. Without classifying malwares, we might need to analyze malware one by one. Sometimes after analyzing malware, we might understand that this type of malware we have dealt with before. So I believe some of you suffer this kind of situation. You might wonder if I could save this time to analyze another unknown malware, it will be more efficient. So that's why malware classification doesn't matter. So with a good malware classification, we don't need to analyze each malware one by one. We could just pick one of 10 similar malwares, analyze it, and then we could learn what this group of malware do. Another motivation is that we want to share cybersecurity intelligence more efficient. In tracking campaigns, it's important to learn what other researchers do. There are many good reports about APT campaign, and in most of these reports, they offer IFOC that are malware checksums such as MD5 or SHA families. However, you might realize that it's hard to find this sample in your repository or in VirusTotal by malware checksum. That's one character of the APT malware samples. They are target, some, organization, and rare. However, it doesn't mean that there is no similar samples in your malware repository or in VirusTotal. So what if there is some checksum that could present a group of similar malwares, and we could look up it just like we look up the MD5 of the malware on VirusTotal? I think it will be great. Okay. So there are a lot of tools and work related to malware classification field. They are like weapons that a malware analyzer has. I just list few stuff, but they should be very practical and widely used. We will check each taxonomy very quickly. They are crypto hash like MD5 and the SHA family, and Faraday hash like TLSH, ssdeep, and the feature-based like imphash or graph hash-based like bindiff, or hybrid like imphash is combine feature-based and the Faraday hash. There should be a machine learning or AI taxonomy here. However, I'm not expert of AI, so I didn't list it here. The first one is crypto hash. Of course, they are not for malware classification. However, they are very basic, very useful, and widely used nowadays. So they are used to look up if one sample exists or not in the malware repository. The second one is Faraday hash. It also called CTPH, and it used to match input that has have homologies. And in the beginning, it's for digital forensic, such as TLSH and ssdeep. Until now, the methodology we're talking about is tagging whole executable file. Next, we want to introduce feature-based methodology like imphash. Imphash is designed by Mandiant. Now is FireEye. They share their internal malware classification method. Imphash takes the import address table IAT as the executable feature, as the feature of the executable. So you can treat it as a part contents of the executable. And then it creates a hash based on the library API names and their specific order within the executable. The next is a hybrid method, like imphash. Imphash basically extends their idea of imphash. Or we could say that it combines imphash and the fuzzy hash. Instead of calculating MD5 of IAT, imphash calculate the sdhash value of executables IAT. It's an idea from Tanunachi-san from JP-cert. Until now, we all talk about calculation that target on binary content of executable file, no matter whole binary content or partial content. Now, there is another taxonomy that is graph-based. It's now analyze the difference of the executable from graph point of view. The below picture is a code graph screenshot from IDEA Pro. So in graph, you can treat it as a map of a executable. In graph-based similarity analysis, it didn't look close at disassembly or binary content. It looked at the flow structure of a executable. For example, bindiff. Bindiff is a very powerful tool to analyze and compare executable file in the graph-based field. It offers very detailed information about what similarity in which parts of two executable file. It is usually used to do variability analysis, patch analysis, exploit development. However, when used bindiff, it only can process two files at the same time. And the performance, actually, the performance is good, but compared to the toolset we just mentioned, it's a little slow. That's because it doesn't only do graph comparison, but also disassembly comparison. Okay, until now. And another issue is how to scale it. Until now, there's very short introduction from institution about the toolset or research related to malware classifying. So before we move on, I have 3 tests for you all. They are about code graph comparison. This is the first job. This is the first test. Are these 2 code graphs similar? Yes, I think so. They look like the same or similar. The second test is comparing more complicated code graph. So, are they the same or similar? Yes, I think so. Okay, this is the final test. Are they the same or similar? Anyone want to answer this question? Raise your hand. Do you want to try? Someone? Okay. Okay, I think it's not. Actually, I prepare some gift. So I think if someone answer this question, I will give a small gift for you. So pity. Okay. So what if there is something that could present a code graph of an executable, not a graph. It's not a graph, but a binary. Then we can calculate crypto hash of it, or we can calculate file hash of it. That's our basic idea. So now, we want to introduce code graph pattern, aka CGP. The purpose of the CGP is to present a code graph. Okay, so our methodology is belong to hybrid taxonomy. First, essentially, CGP is a graph-based pattern, and that is binary data. So we could combine CGP with crypto hash or file hash. So it's a methodology flow. At the beginning, we have a code graph of a executable. Then we calculate the code graph pattern. The pattern is binary format of data. So we could calculate crypto hash or file hash of it. And finally, we can leverage the application of crypto hash or file hash to do similarity analysis. Okay. So let's start with graph hash. Oh, sorry. Let's start with code hash. Let's start with code graph. Okay. This screenshot displays what a code graph look like. We have it by use IDAPRO. To implement our idea, we use IDAPRO a lot. So the following content will come with the screenshots of IDAPRO. So, what is a code graph? From graph point of view, a code graph is composed a set of vertices and a set of edges. Mapping back to an executable, vertices present functions of executable. From graph point of view, edges describe the relationship between vertices. That means vertex A go to vertex B. And the mapping back to an executable it means execute flow, means function A calls function B. So here is a simple abstract code graph example. In this code graph, there are vertices from 0 to 9, and they present functions. And there are edges 1 to 9, 2 to 0, 2 to 0, 5 to 9, and as the slide show, and they present relationship between vertices. Okay, first, let's go to look at vertices. From IDA Pro point of view, a set of vertices is include every function that could recognize and import the function that is from dynamic link library. So, after getting a set of vertices, we want to assign a value to a vertex. We expect that the value could present a vertex. From graph point of view, it's like coloring a vertex. So here is an example. Both of code graphs share the same layout, and each pair of related vertices has the same colors. So we may say that these two code graphs are identical. The next example is also is similar. Two code graphs share the same layout, and there are two vertices in the right hand side, and one more compared to the left side. So we might be able to say that these two of code graphs have 90% similarity. The final example of color vertex. The color in 5 pairs of vertices in the both code graph is different. We might be able to say that these two code graph has 50% similarity. So that's how a vertex value help to do graph comparison. Now, this is what one vertex value look like. We take two property of function to define the vertex value. They are function address block and the function type. The value is 16 bits from bit 0 to 7. Store the address block, and from bit 8 to 15 is store function type, and the address block will be from 0 to 50, and the function type will be from 0 to 4. I will explain their definition in the following slide. So function type, we refer this 5 types, 5 function type from bindiff. Bindiff is a subproject of bindiff. They are include regular function, library function, import function, function, embedded function. Okay. Now go to the address block. The address block describes which address block that a function is belong to. So it's kind of normalization processing. Here is how to get it. So first, we divide whole linear address space into 16 address blocks. And then we calculate which address block that each function locates according to its starting address. Sorry. So you can see the above screenshot, above picture. Function 1 is belong to block 0, and the function 2 is 2. Function 3 is belong to block 1, and the function n minus 1 minus 2 is belong to block 12. So next is edge. So how do we get a set of edge in a code graph? It's pretty easy with IDA We check every item's cross-reference information in the function. If one item has a cross-reference to another function, then we build a relationship. That means we get the edge between functions. The left-hand screenshot is present the code cross-reference example in IDA and on the right side, on the right hand, there are edges listing. Now, we are moving to a code graph traversal strategy. Until now, we already have a set of vertices and a set of edges. The next step will be building a code graph pattern for a code graph. So it's about code graph traversal strategy. Basically, it has two protocols. The first one is start with root vertex. Root vertex is a vertex that has no parents. And the second protocol is deep first search. So here is a simple traversal example, a DFS example. We have a code graph as the graph on the right side. This code graph has a set of vertices. There are 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And the edges is 5 to 9, 5 to 6, 6 to 1, 9 to 7, 9 to 8, and 9 to 2. And the root vertex is 5. So after traversing, the code graph pattern will be 5, 9, 7, 8, 2, 6, 1. Okay, so here is one concept we want to emphasize here: multi-root vertices. In the other word, from graph point of view, there are multiple vertices that doesn't have parents. For example, in this screenshot, there are 3 roots in this code graph. Having multiple root vertices is very common in a code graph. For example, a Windows service DLL. It has 2 expos. For example, it has 2 expos, service name and the DLL entry point. When loading this service DLL into memory, the contents of DLL entry point will be executed. And the Windows service handle, SVC host, will execute the content of service main to do Windows service job. You can treat this as true starting point of Windows Service DLL. And from code graph point of view, there are 2 root vertices. That's there are service main and the DLL entry point. The next concept that we want to discuss is function reuse. Okay. We want to show you how to deal with function reuse in building code graph patterns. For programming, function reuse is for code reuse and avoid redundancy. And for traversing a code graph, reusing function means visiting reused function vertex and each child vertices more than one time. But for the purpose of efficiency, we just keep only the visited vertex in CGP without its child vertices. Okay, so here is the reuse functions code graph example. We have a set of vertices, a set of edges, and you can see the edges in red word. It means the reused function is 9. Okay, so after our traversing, the CGP will be 597A342061 and 9. Okay. And the 7, 9, and the 7A3420 will not be stored in CGP here again. But it's okay because we have stored this sub pattern here when we first time visit vertex 9. Okay, so this is an example of code graph pattern. So what a CGP really look like. The blue present a vertex. Okay. And here is a development environment just for your reference. It includes IDA Pro 7.2 and the IDA Python MD5 and the ssdeep. Okay, so here we have a simple demo for you all. So let's open an IDA Pro here, and we have already opened an executable. And we run the PLC script. It will help us to calculate graph MD5 and graph ssdeep here. Okay, just like this one. It's clear and simple. And we also have a batch file that can help you to processing multiple files in the same time. And the batch file is go.gh.python. And you have to set up, you have to assign IDA path for it and the path of the samples. Let's go. He will show you, he will update the status of the processing. And after that, it will give you this kind of result, and it will tell you, it will give you the file name and then the executable graph hash, graph sdhash, and the file ssdeep. Okay. So, evaluation. We tell a campaign that we name it Operation OCA as example. And Operation OCA is a long-term cyber spy operation. And most targets are East Asia countries. We disclosed it in 2017. Okay. The low samples of OCA include 322 distinct samples. And we take these 322 distinct samples into 10 families. The facts are based on tokens communication protocol of C2 used by malware. And then this is a result by file ssdeep. So you can see the screenshot on the right side. Different colors means different group. The sdhash similarity rate is 85%. And in this condition, 211 from samples from 322 samples could be classified into 62 groups. It's about 66 grouping rate. And in the screenshot, the white points means the samples that doesn't get grouping. And this is a result by graph MD5. 260 from 322 samples could be classified into 71 groups. It's about 81 grouping rate. The following up is a result by graph ssdeep. The ssdeep similarity is also 85, and in this condition, 274 from 322 samples could be classified into 67 groups. It's about 85% grouping rate. Okay, this is a comparison table. So, after this result, we can say that graph MD5 has about more 50% grouping rate than file ssdeep, and the graph ssdeep has about more than 19 grouping rates than file ssdeep. So for OCA case, I think it's a strong result for us. Okay. So next is that we compare the result of graph ssdeep and the families. With this comparison, we notice some relationship between them. In this screenshot, the same colors means they are grouping together by graph ssdeep. So you can see that in different malware families, they share the same color point, like 3 blue circles and 2 red circles on the right side. That caused our interest. So we take a close look at them. We do for formal analyzing on the samples in these 3 blue circles. After that, we learned that this dark green points and the blue point should be belong to malware family 4, fake DOS. Fake DLC. So it means that we might ignore some facts before. Let's go to the red circles. What does the relationship mean? After formal analyzing, we realize that these samples share the same packers. The above red circles is NS packer, and the below red circles is Empress. It's quite interesting. Okay. Next, we are moving to accuracy test. So here is what we do. In addition to OCA samples, we calculate graph MD5 and the graph ssdeep of 10,150 APT samples. And we compare if there are samples classified as the group of OCA samples. So it means if a lot of other APT samples are grouping with OCA group, the accuracy of the graph hash is low. If not, the accuracy is good. And the result is only 1 sample from OCA and the 2 samples from ATB samples are classified. Other APT samples are classified as the same group. Okay. And the reason is they share the same packer. Okay. Limitation. Graph hash is not so good for packer or simple structure executable. But I think it's pretty common for static executable analysis. However, in some situations, CGP could recognize some packer routines. And for now, we learn on IDA Pro very much. We need IDA Pro to complete our job. Feature word. Right now, we lack of benign file test and the ERF and the Mark O file test. We just use graph hash on around 50 to 60 samples of ELF and the Mark O files. And it works fine so far. But we still need to test large amounts of this kind of files. In addition to IDA Pro's plugin, we are thinking to make plugins for Radar 2 or G Drive. Publish plan and the schedule. We want to publish POC as open source because we believe that this research could help security intelligence exchanging and do malware classification. And the more security researchers use, more influence that this research can make. Now, it's under Chemical internal review, so we expect to publish POC as soon as possible. We will update information on my Twitter. Okay. In the end, we want to thank Kenny Lu, Selina Lin, and Dunyi Huang, because they made this research better. Okay, so thank you again for all of you joining this session. So we hope you like it. So is anyone have any question?
Any questions on the floor before we move to the slide over?
No? Okay. So I can pick one question?
Yeah, if you could just start with the top question there.
Is there any limitation?
Are there any limitations to the types of program that this technology can be used on, or this approach?
Okay. Here's the answer for Andrew. For now, our testing is on Windows platform, and we just test few sample like EL file or Mark O file, very few, but they work too. The worst file so far, but we think we have to test more file, more amount. We need to test large amount of this kind of platforms program. Okay.
Have you got any examples of times where this gave incorrect results, where the sample tricked the graph hash?
No. But we have some limitation. I just as I mentioned, for some simple structure executable, the graph hash will become not such significant for us. Yep. Okay, this is a very good question. So, the hunter to ask, do we try to use dynamic graph behavior of malware? Okay, I think it might be a solution for the situation that we face, like the Packer similarity analysis. But the problem is, in my thought, I think we could run this executable a little bit, and then we keep the status of the such as a memory status, and then we calculate the graph hash of it. But the problem is, how do we know what is the start point of dynamic analysis? Okay. The next question is, how do we do recursive or circus? Okay, just I mentioned I will keep the subroot of the function key is like a recursive or circus function code. So I didn't go through all of each chart vertices. So it will help us to do more efficient way. Okay. So for this question, because I did not run on G drive, so I don't know if there will be any difference between them. I think it's not necessary. Yeah, it will be a fact because in this methodology is belong to static executable. Is belong to static analysis. So if the malware dynamic loading module at the runtime, we could not see this kind of information. No. It is focused on malware classification.
Okay, thank you very much. Do we have any more questions from the floor before we finish? We've still got a bit of time. No? Okay. Who's Andrew? Who
Thank you.
That top question? Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.